Hello and welcome everyone. I hope you all are fit and fine. Students, in the last class I explained you till motivation and its characteristics. Today we will begin with a new topic, which is the Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Okay, this theory is the theory of motivation, which is given by Maslow. Okay, so here we will study about a need hierarchy theory, which is given by Maslow. Now, read the explanation. Maslow's theory focuses on the needs as the basis for motivation. It classifies human needs into 5 categories. It helps managers to realize the need level of employees should be identified to provide motivation to them. Students, as I told you here that motivation is what? Motivation is a psychological phenomena. Okay, it comes from inside. It is an internal feeling. Okay, nobody can forcefully make a person to do the work. Okay, even a manager cannot force an employee to do the work. Okay, so motivation comes from within. Okay, so it is motivation is a psychological phenomena. It is an internal feeling, and a person, see, it has been written according to Maslow's theory that Maslow's theory focuses. Okay, what does Maslow theory tells? Maslow theories generally focuses on what? Focuses on needs. Okay, needs as the basis for motivation. So how the human, or we can say how the general individual, or how the employee will get motivated, the basis of motivation is the needs. Okay, needs, the needs or the desires are is an important element in motivation. Okay, students, as I told you earlier also that the need doesn't comes to an end. Okay, so here as we studied that motivation is a continuous process. Why? Because human needs are unlimited. As I told you, the needs of the human being, okay, the human being needs are unlimited. Okay, it keeps on changing continuously, and the most important is one need give a rise to another need. In case I give you the simple example, if for example like you don't have any vehicle. Okay, so your need arises for buying a cycle or a bicycle. Okay, after you get a bicycle and after using it for some period of time, you will generate one more need. Okay, the need will be to purchase a bike or scooty maybe. Okay, after using the bike for certain years, your need will increase more and you will be inclined towards the purchase of car or something else. So students, that is why it is said that human needs are unlimited. Okay, human needs, what we want, what we desire, okay, our needs and wants are unlimited. And when one needs fulfills, अगर ये need fulfill हुई है तो दूसरी need जाग जाती है. Okay, so one need give rise to another need. Okay, see, as soon as one need is satisfied, another need arises. That's correct. As soon as the need of the bicycle is satisfied, okay, as soon as the need of bicycle is satisfied, one more need arises of purchasing bike or scooty. Okay, so this is what it is explained in Maslow's need hierarchy theory, that need and wants of an individual is the main element of motivation. Okay, now it says that according to Maslow's, it classifies human needs into 5 categories. It means that human needs are of 5 types. Okay, generally human needs are classified into 5 categories. We will study all of these here. Okay, human needs. Now it helps managers to realize that need level of employees should be identified to provide motivation. Now, by studying the Maslow's need hierarchy theory, the manager also realizes, or the manager hears what? Manager here try to understand the need of the employees as well. Okay, and what what the manager should provide the employees so that the employees should get motivated. Okay, so what needs should be fulfilled ओके बाय द मैनेजर्स. ओके व्हाट नीड ऑफ द एम्प्लॉयज़, ऐसा कौन सा नीड है एम्प्लॉयज़ का जो मैनेजर्स को फुलफ़िल करना चाहिए, तब जाकर वो मोटिवेटेड फील होंगे या मोटिवेटेड रहेंगे. सो दैट इज़ वाई मैस्लो नीड हायरार्की थियरी. ओके मैस्लो हैज़ गिवन अ नीड हायरार्की थियरी. ओके different level of need. In this it is classified that human needs are of 5 categories. Okay, he says that human needs are of 5 categories. So here the manager of an organization has to study the need level of the employees. Okay, अगर उनको पता चल जाएगा कि employees की need level क्या है, उनको क्या चाहिए, so accordingly when the manager will provide the employees according to their needs, then definitely they will stay motivated. Okay, so now let us see the flow chart and let us understand what are the needs of the individual and what are the need level of the employees. Okay, here we will see the example on the basis of a single individual, okay, not the employees, and here we will see the example on the for the employees in the organizational view. Okay, now let us understand first the Maslow need hierarchy theory. According to Maslow, okay, according to Maslow has given 1 2 3 4 5 levels of need. Okay, now it comes in sequence. Students, you are required to write and study this in sequence. Okay, you cannot place it or you cannot shuffle it here and there. Okay, so you have to follow the sequence. Okay, now you can see that the arrow is going downwards. Okay, so the first and the foremost need is the physiological need. As you can see in the picture, the first need is the physiological need, second is safety and security need, third is social needs, fourth is esteem needs, and the fifth is self actualization needs. Now students, we will understand all these needs one by one. See, the first need given by Maslow is physiological needs. Now we will study the physiological needs on the basis of an individual also and in the organizational viewpoint also. Now students, for an individual, okay, आप imagine करो एक individual के लिए physiological need क्या हो सकती है और एक employees के लिए physiological need क्या हो सकती है. Okay, physiological, by the word itself you can identify. Physiological means physical. Okay, physical means the things which you can touch and you can feel, that need. Okay, so the first need is physiological need. So for a normal individual, what is the physiological need? Food, shelter, clothing. Okay, roti, ठीक है, roti, makan, kapda. Okay, these are the basic physiological needs of the general individual. Now coming to the organizational view, what is the physiological need of an employee का physiological need क्या होता है? See, the minimum or the basic salary. See students, any employee in the organization works for what? किस reason से वो काम करते हैं? फॉर वॉट दे डू द वर्क? फॉर अर्निंग मनी. सो द बेसिक रीज़न और द बेसिक नीड is what? To earn a good salary or wages. Okay, so this is what about this is about physiological needs. Coming to the next need, that is safety and security needs. Here it is told about the safety and the security, okay, which the people require. So according to the individual, what is the safety need? See and read. Saving for physical and economic security. Saving for physical and economic security. For examples, the normal individual, for in order to like for what is their safety need? The savings. Okay, savings for physical and economic security, maybe for physical security, for the security of oneself. Okay, now security needs means we have to think for the future, we have to think for our health. Okay, physical security, physical security means safety from illness, accident, fire, etc. Okay, this security. And economic security means what? Like in future, which means having sufficient funds. Okay, having sufficient funds with them so that they can meet the future whatever the needs arises, they can meet the future needs. Okay, so that is why they need the basic security. Okay, this is according to the individual. Now coming to the organizational point of view, according to organizational point of view, what is the safety and the security need? Students, the safety and the security needs job configuration, provident fund, pension means in order to feel safe, and generally the employees of the organization wants the security of their job, right? They want the security of their job, therefore their job should be secure, plus they should get the pension also, so that after retirement their life is secured. And provident fund is the fund which actually is deposited with the company each month, okay, and that is out of the salary of the employees, okay. Salary का कुछ part provident fund के तौर पे deposit किया जाता है, and after they leave the job the provident fund is given to them. So for the safety and security of the employees, so that they can live and enjoy their life in future, they require the security of the job, they require the provident fund security, they require the pension fund, okay. So all these things are required, okay. So this is all about physiological needs and safety and security needs. Now we will move to the third category of need, that is social needs, okay. Social, students, whenever you will listen or whenever you will hear the word social, you always relate it to the society or the people, okay. The social. Now, what is the social need of a normal individual? Normal individual means, social need means what? What is the need of an individual, like the societal need? Okay, so the need is love, affection, friendship. Okay, so the people here need the love, affection, and the friendship of their dear ones. Okay, it means once the people is satisfied, like once the people satisfies its physiological need and safety needs, then social need becomes active, okay. And to fulfill the social needs, the manager here, according to the organizational point of view, social needs means what? After fulfilling the physiological need and safety need, here the manager prefer what? See, cordial relations in informal organization, okay. Informal organization means where the relation is informal, where they work together as a team, and when they share things with each other, the co-partners, the co-colleagues, okay. So informal environment is needed. So that is why social need arises after the fulfillment of physiological needs and safety needs. There comes the social needs. For the general people, the social need is what? The love and affection from their family, the love and affection from the people who, people like their friends, etc, okay. So here they need here they require this kind of social need. But in organization, what is the social need? To form a cordial relation, a good relation, a good informal relation. Not, we are not talking about the formal relation, okay. We are talking about the friendly relations with the colleagues, okay, with your co-partners, okay. So here, if you form a good relation, then you will automatically get motivated to do the work, okay. When you will work in a team, when you will work in a group, okay, you will share your things with each like the other person, and definitely you will generate an interest to do the work, okay. So this way also the people in the organization get motivated, okay. So this is what social need tells. Now, after the fulfillment of physiological need, safety and security need, social need, then comes the esteem need, okay. Now students, esteem is what? Esteem needs are generally related to self-respect, one's recognition in front of others, okay. So this is what esteem need tells, okay. So what will be the esteem need of an individual? What does an individual want? Maintaining a status in the society. Whenever an individual, general public, okay, we are talking about general public, okay, we are talking about an individual who lives in a society with other people, what is the need of what will be their esteem need? As I told you, the esteem need is related to the respect and the recognition. So their need is to have a good status in a society, to maintain a good status in a society. Now, in organizational point of view, what is the esteem need? What is the a need which relate to the respect and recognition? See, promotion, special status, or titles to the employees. Whenever the employees gets promotion, they are promoted to the higher position, okay. Their salary increases, their responsibility increases, their power increases, as well as the people start respecting them more, people start recognizing them more. Okay, so if the manager give them special status, okay, so they will feel more happy. Okay, so and the titles to the employees, like giving them some reward. Okay, give like for the employees of the year. Okay, these kind of reward, when these kind of titles are given, they feel more motivated. Okay, so this is what esteem need is all about. When they receive respect, when they receive a recognition. Okay, so this is sorry, when they receive recognition, and when they receive respect from the organization, which the employees want, and this makes the employees to stay motivated. So this is all about the esteem need. Now coming to the next need, that is self actualization need. As the word suggests, it is about oneself. Okay, self means we are talking about ourself. Okay, self actualization need. Okay, it generally, this is the need which refers to the aim of your life, means this is about you and nothing else. Okay, as we have seen that physiological need is completed, safety need is achieved, social need is achieved, esteem need is achieved. After achieving all these needs, okay, after achieving all these needs, the people tend to think about themselves. Okay, they want to fulfill their aim, they want to fulfill their aspirations, they want to fulfill their own goals. So this need is about oneself. Okay, so for an individual, what is the self actualization need? Achievement of सेल्फ एस्पिरेशन. अचीवमेंट ऑफ सेल्फ एस्पिरेशन मीन्स जिस चीज़ के वो सपने देखते थे, या जिस चीज़ को पूरा करने की उनकी इच्छा थी, टू एस्पायर. ओके, सो दैट थिंग ही वॉन्ट टू अचीव. सो अचीवमेंट ऑफ सेल्फ एस्पिरेशन. ओके, fulfillment of some aims of the life, fulfillment of some goals of the life. Okay, so this is what the self actualization need tells. Now from the organizational point of view, what is the self actualization needs of the employees? See students, once the employees becomes what he wants to become, okay, it means satisfaction of his actualization need has arrived. Okay, see, मतलब जो वो बनना चाहते थे वो बन गए, मीन्स वॉट दे वॉन्टेड टू बिकम दे हैव बिकम. ओके, they have grown in their business, they are successful person now, they have respect among the fellow members of the organization. Okay, they are growing their growing their skills, they are growing their position. Okay, so all these things, okay, the achievement of their goal, all these things brings them self actualization need, fulfillment of self actualization need, and then they become satisfied. Okay, so these needs generally include the growth, self fulfillment, and achievement of the goals by the employees. Okay, so students, here we studied about Maslow theory. Okay, Maslow need hierarchy theory. Okay, so Maslow's need hierarchy theory generally focuses on the needs or the desire as an important element of motivation. If these needs are fulfilled, then the people get motivated. Okay, so for we have seen the example in the individual perspective sense also, and we have seen the example from organizational perspective also. Okay, so I hope this chart is very much clear to you, and remember one thing, that you have to learn all these in a proper sequence. Okay, and do not shuffle it here and there. Okay, so the first is this, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, so this comes in sequence. So first and the basic need is this one, the physiological need. Then the need goes on increasing, growing. Okay, it is coming downward. It doesn't mean that it is falling down, but it is after completion of one need, the other need is arising. After completion of the other need, then one another need is arising. So it means that. Okay, so you have to follow this chart very nicely. Now students, moving to the next topic under the category of motivation. Now there are two categories or two types of motivation or two types of incentives which the employees receive: financial incentives and non-financial incentives. Now Incentives. Student, what do you mean by the word incentive? Incentive means all measures which are used to motivate people to improve performance. Okay, incentives are generally a kind of thing which are used to motivate the people. Okay, generally there are two types of incentives given. Okay, the company gives two types of incentives. Just let us quickly revise this. What is financial incentive and what is non-financial incentive? Okay, as the name suggests, students, financial incentives means which is in financial term, money related, and non-financial incentives means which is not related to money. Okay, so how will the employees get motivated? I told you, some employees get motivated when they get good salary, when they get money, when they get bonus, when they get commission. And some employees are there in the organization who are not satisfied with the money, who are not satisfied with the, what we can say, who are not satisfied with the monetary thing. Okay, they are satisfied with the non financial incentive, means non monetary things. It means they are satisfied when they receive the respect from others, when they get appreciation, when they get recognition, when their dignity is increased. So here we can say that there are two categories of incentives through which the people get motivated. One is financial incentives, okay, which is calculated in terms of money, okay, and the other is non financial incentive, which is not calculated in terms of money. Okay, so we'll study about financial incentives and non financial incentives in detail now. Okay, so students, here we will start with the financial incentives first. Let us begin with the first one. See, financial incentives, as I told you, it is related to the money. Okay, it is calculated in terms of money. Okay, so financial incentive means the pay and allowances. Salary is the basic monetary incentive. It includes basic pay, dearness allowances and other allowances. Okay, so as I told you, students, that the people or the employees of the organization, what is the main reason of, or what is the main motive of the organization? To earn a good pay, to earn a good salary. So the first financial incentive is what? The pay and allowances. Okay, so the salary, okay, the salary is the basic monetary incentive. This is the basic incentive which everybody wants. Okay, it includes basic pay, dearness allowances and other allowances. There are various kinds of pay. Okay, like the basic pay which they receive plus the dearness allowances. Okay, the more salary over their basic salary. So there are various categories of salaries. Okay, now moving to the next, that is productivity linked with wage incentive. Read the explanation. It aims at linking payment of the wages to increase in productivity. Now students, productivity linked with wage incentive means here the productivity is linked with wage, means if the productivity will be good, the wage will be good. If the productivity will become low, then they will also, the employees will also get less wages. Okay, so here it says that the productivity is linked with wages. The productivity is linked with wages means the manager will give the higher wages if for more productivity. For example, like in chapter number 2, we have studied about differential piece wage system. It means that the efficient worker who work very hard, okay, the efficient worker who work very hard and they fulfill their targets and they are very productive, okay, so they will get high wages. Okay, उनको ज़्यादा wages दिए जाएंगे. And the non efficient worker, okay, the non efficient workers who are not so good in working, okay, they are not increasing any productivity. Okay, so due to which they will get the low wages, or you can say low pay. So that is why it is said that if the productivity will be high, then the wages will be high. That is why it is said productivity is linked with the wage. Okay, now next is bonus, an incentive offered over and above the wages and salary. As the like as you have heard about this bonus means what? An extra reward. Okay, extra reward which is given to the employees by the managers. Okay, and when the bonus is given, like for example during the festival times, or example during the when the company earns more profit, then the company gives bonus to the employees, or generally when the employees will fulfill some target, so in that condition they will receive the bonus. Okay, so the bonus is the amount which they get over and above the wage and salary, means they will receive the salary and the wages, but over it they will receive some more extra amount in the terms of bonus money. Okay, so this is about bonus. Now moving to the next, that is profit sharing. Students, profit sharing means what? It means to provide a share to employees in the profits. It creates a feeling of ownership to employees. Now profit sharing means what, students? The organization. Okay, here profit sharing, we talk about the sharing the profit of the organization. Okay, now how the profit of the organization will be shared? The manager here will not distribute the money. Okay, we are not talking about distributing the money, we are talking about the profit sharing, means the employees are the part of the organization. Okay, so whenever the organization earns profit, so here the employees also should get the benefit of that profit, right? So here the organization should give them the shares of their company, share in the profit as the common incentive. Okay, under profit sharing scheme, generally what happens, they should give them some shares of the profit which they have received. Okay, now for example, under profit sharing, generally what happens is the companies fix a percentage of profit, and if the profit exceeds that percentage, then the surplus profit is distributed among the employees. As I told you, here the ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विल नॉट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट द मनी जस्ट लाइक दैट. ओके, यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है कि जैसे कुछ भी इनकम हुआ है तो मैनेजर्स अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दे रहे हैं मनी. नो, it is only the case when the employees when the organization gains profit. ये तभी होगा जब organization profit में जाएगा. For example, if in an organization they have set the target that they should earn 10% profit on their output. Okay, they have set the target that they should earn 10% of the profit on their target. If they have achieved this target, okay, they have achieved this target, and by achieving this target, now they are earning 15% on the output, or they are earning 20% on the output. Okay, मतलब वो ज़्यादा अर्न कर रहे हैं, जितना उन्होंने टारगेट सेट किया था उससे ज़्यादा वो अर्न कर रहे हैं प्रॉफिट. सो इन दैट केस दे विल हैव surplus amount, extra amount, and that amount will be distributed to the employees, and then here the employees will feel benefited. Okay, so here the employee should give them a share of their profit in terms of, means they should share money in terms of whenever the companies earn profit to the employees. Okay, that is why it is written, it means to provide a share to the employees. They should provide a share to the employees in the profit में एक हिस्सा देना अपने employees को, that is profit sharing. Okay, now we will move to the next, that is co-partnership or stock option. Stock means we are talking about the shares of the company. Okay, shares of the company. Employees are offered companies shares at price which is lower than the market price. Now co-partnership means here the employees sells the shares of its companies to its employees. He offers the shares of his company to its employees at the lower price, means जो actual market price है उससे कम प्राइस में. जैसे सपोज if one share, okay, if one share is equal to 10 rupees in the market, then here the manager is giving the employees at 9 rupees or 8 rupees. Okay, so in this way they give the shares to the company. So in this way also they will become the partners of the company, or the partners of the business, and the employees will feel motivated. Okay, now the next is retirement benefit. You very well know after retirement what the person gets, the provident fund amount, okay, the pension, the gratuity. So these amount they receive the money in the monetary form after the retirement. Okay, now the next is perquisites. Now, such as car allowances, medical help, etc. These measures helps to provide motivation to the employees. Now, student, perquisites generally means some special benefits. Okay, here we have some special benefits. Now, here we have seen that the employees are receiving what? The employees are receiving pay, means they are receiving salary, they are receiving wages, they are receiving bonus, they are getting profit, means they are getting share out of the profit, they are receiving the shares of the company. So all these things are the monetary thing. Okay, so this is also the monetary thing, but these are the special benefits. Apart from all these things, these are the perquisites, are the special benefits which are given to the employees by the manager. What are the special benefits? Like the medical help, okay, for the education for the children, okay, for the car allowances or housing facility. So many extra benefits are given, and these benefits are over and above the salary. Okay, these benefits are above the salary of the employees. These are extra benefits of the employees, and these are given to the employees by seeing the performance of the employees. Okay, it keeps on increasing, and that is why it is a motivation for the people. Okay, if they receive all these benefits, okay, the people will stay motivated and they will work hard to perform in a more efficient way. Okay, so this is all about financial incentive. Okay, the incentive which is calculated in terms of money. Okay, so students, this is all about today. Further topics we'll continue in the next class. Till then, thank you.